Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you a way to abuse melee matchups, like when you play ranged and you play against melee on mid lane. Um, Also, this video is gonna show you like how to manipulate the waves in a way that it's bad for the enemy and really good for you, and you also play safe. I'm gonna show you how to play safe, like, and still manage to do a lot of impact on the lane. So yeah, let's begin. In this game, I'm gonna try to, okay, here. These are the junglers on both sides, and as you can see, the mid lane matchup. We both play Ignite, which is good. We have Karthus against Ferocix. Both junglers would full clear, right? So that's one thing we should know. In that case, when both junglers full clear, I think it's better to crash the third wave into the enemy. As you have more time, and like when you crash it, you create a big slow push into your tower, which is also good for your lane. If you get some lead before that, like poke, you can continue abusing it afterwards on the slow push, and especially when he doesn't have TP, I think it's really beneficial for you to try this. If they have a ganking jungler, however, I don't think it's good to crash on third, because you will be ganked most likely. So yeah, let's see what's going on. So pretty much here I force him to start with E. I mean, most likely he will start with E anyways, but I make him lose a bit. Okay, sorry by the way for this, I was streaming, so I got a sub. If you want to watch my stream, you can like see the link in the bio. So yeah. So right now, let's start the lane like this. He goes and hits this first. But as I said, I want to crush it, otherwise I can let him slow push it into me, but I don't think it's good to let like these laners slow push, especially like he has corrupting potion, he is very like, he can sustain a lot. I don't really think that it's good to let him push in. So right now I just start poking him all the time. I hit him with E. I'm gonna hit him with passive as well. He goes for a good trade here, by the way, kind of. But since I'm ranged, I can just walk and hit him like 2 more times. And now he's kinda in a bad spot, because as you see, like, look at the wave, he has 300 HP, minions are soon about to die, he has no E, so he has to drop those minions. Also make sure, by the way, as you can see I dropped some minions, make sure on matchups that are like free, no one is contesting you through minions, make sure you get your minions, because otherwise it's kinda bad, because you don't get the gold, you know, and you don't get as much advantage as you can. So make sure you have good last hits. So here I go for a poke. I know he'll E on top of me, and I'm also in caster aggro right now. As you can see, those 3 minions are on top of me, and they're hitting me while I don't have caster minions to hit on him, so he can just go in and trade with me, and I don't want that trade, honestly, especially when I'm still pushing into him. So this is the second wave, right? And I know Fiddlesticks started. Right, I didn't see on the replay. I knew in game, but I didn't check on the replay. Let's see. So no one is leashing, so that most likely means he started bot. Where were we? Okay, so right after this. So right now I'm just chilling, slow pushing this one, wanting to crash the third one. I'm hovering top side because I knew he started bot. Now it's a good timing for me to roam, to ward. But I don't do it, which is a mistake, by the way. I think you should ward top side here. I do it now, I guess that's fine. And now I continue trying to poke him while also like pushing the wave. No one saw that cannon. Okay, I just crashed this wave. And here you have 2 options. You can either reset and come back on the slow push towards you, or you can continue punishing the enemy. In this case, I feel like punishing the enemy is good because I have 2 pots on me, I have a biscuit, so I'm not gonna run out of mana soon. And if I see the poke is not working, I can just pop my biscuits and my potions and just crush 2 waves and like reset on the 5th wave, like the cannon wave, around like 4 or 5 minutes into the game. So I don't think it's necessary to back here. I use 1 pot for mana right now, and also like poking him. This Q is really bad, but it is what it is. And as you can see, for every minion right now, I poke him. And this is where it gets really interesting. So most players do the mistake to continue pushing right now. And this way, sure, you can land 1-2 auto attacks on the enemy, but the thing is, when you crush the wave, first it takes a lot of time, second it takes a lot of resources from you. At this point of the game, because you have to use abilities if you want to do it fast, otherwise it's really slow. And what happens is that you get him, the minions closer to him, which is also harder for you to like damage him, of course. So what I'm gonna do instead is let the wave slow push to me. And now, as you can see, for every minion that he walks for, I will damage him. And it's really hard for him to play the game. As you can see, I also have my fear on, so if he tries to walk in me, I use my abilities, he loses tons of HP. So, as you can see right now, here, basic attack for the minion. And now he knows, like, he's spamming for a gank. I don't know why, by the way, Fiddlesticks is bot side. I guess he started top solo, which is kinda weird, I don't know. I felt like red buff is better, but I guess he started bot. Top, I mean. But it doesn't really matter, you know. We are hugging usually the side we have a ward on, so anyways, I would be fine. So I'm last hitting only. As you can see, he's dropping a lot of CS, and that's because I can damage him. But one thing you can guys do, because like this guy is kind of griefing, you know. But I also understand him, because he's gonna lose a lot of HP on a slow push, and then he's gonna have to drop like 2 or 3 waves. But what you guys can do is, like, let's say if he walks here and I use my abilities on him, I'm gonna use my Q, maybe my W, I'm gonna crash the wave, you know, if I do that. But he's not baiting out my abilities, which in this case he can do, and he can break the freeze, I mean the slow push. But he's not doing that, so I continue to abuse him. So far it's really good for me, because like as you can see, every time he tries to walk, he cannot walk. Here I get a good Q, but as you can see I hit the minions, right? So if he walked earlier on the last minions that were there from the last wave, I would maybe crash the wave in, and he will be fine. But yeah, as you can see, I damage him on every minion. He has run out of potions. And now, look, I don't see him, right? So I'm gonna start searching for him. And I see he's basing. I stop his base here, which is super good. And now I feel like he's gonna base again, right? So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And now when I think that he's basing, I just crash the wave. I missed a lot of minions during this couple of minutes, by the way. So keep in mind that. But as you can see, look at the CS difference. And yeah, a lot of you might say that Fist was griefing or anything. Yes, that's true, I agree with that. I told you what he could have done. But the thing is, the idea is the same. Maybe you won't get like 30 CS lead as I did, but you can get like 10, 15, you know, it's so good, like, it's still really good. One thing I wanted to show you, just in case you are playing against a ganking jungler, for example, is on this wave, this is second wave, you should have a ward to where the ganking jungler started. So let's say it's Jarvan, right? He started on red buff. When the second wave arrives, you always want to have a ward where he started, because you can be ganked on level 2, right? Or level 3, but it's gonna be like fast, you know. Usually you're gonna get ganked level 2 by those junglers, because they do like buff and one camp into another buff or something like that, or buff or and a camp. So it's a really fast pathing, and it allows them to gank you very early on, and if the gank succeeds, it's really good for them. If it doesn't, it's not that bad, because they're ganking junglers, so they don't need to be getting every camp possible. So yeah, keep in mind that, guys, and yeah, just ward safely, ward so it allows you to play aggressively. If you don't have wards or you cannot ward, just play slowly until you get the possibility to have vision around you. And yeah, that was it. If you guys think that's helpful, you can give me a subscribe, give a like on the video, and hopefully I can see you someday in my stream. See you guys.